doma doma, hiya doma doma, hiya doma doma, hiya doma, hey dom, hey doma 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 dom, Suiza 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 doma doma, hiya, and so on and so forth. I have a message on my phone. Oh, just a minute. Okay, so I'm back. I actually had a phone call, so that's done with. So Taiko, on Saturday, 2 days ago, the World Link people took us out to do Taiko drumming near Asakusa, and it was so much fun. We spent an hour doing it, and it seemed like it was only like 20 minutes because I had so much fun with it. It was very, what would you say, tiring, I guess. By the end we were all just dripping in sweat and just so tired, and some people's arms hurt, and one of the guys actually kind of tore a muscle, which is horrible. We don't think it was just primarily because of the Taiko, but we don't know, and it felt really bad about that afterward. But that little doma doma thing was the little, what do they call it? Well, I can't remember. Some Taiko terminology. Possibly not just Taiko, but just a little set that they did. And like the Suiza thing is that thing they do in between sets when people are switching drums and running all over the place. But that was, another thing I would definitely recommend for anybody, especially if they enjoy playing instruments or drums. I played the bass drum in high school a bit for marching band. And so this was really, really fun. And we started out with the little drums, as you saw the video at the beginning. And everybody just had their own little drum, and then at the end I'll put another video of the big drum that we used, and that was pretty fun too. And I have another message, just a moment. So anyway, I think my phone is done being popular for now. So, let's see, what else? The Taiko, that was, as I said, very, very much fun. I'd love to do it again. It was really expensive, it turns out, too. I think the total cost for 9 of us, plus renting those little blue outfits, was something like 34,000 yen, which would be just over $300. And I thought, wow, that's glad it was paid for. So that was that. This morning, okay, first, these past few days, we've been kind of in the middle of typhoon weather, which is, I guess, kind of odd for this time of year. It started down in Okinawa, and it's been slowly making its way up, and so we've had tons and tons and tons of rain here. And it stopped last night, the raining. It's rained a little bit today. But then this morning, I was laying in bed at 10 o'clock because I was being lazy. Oh, today is Umi no Hi, so there's no classes. It's going to the sea holiday, ocean. Umi is sea or ocean, so the ocean day, sea day. And so I was just being lazy and laying in bed because I didn't have to go to the gym until the afternoon. And a little after 10, I'm just kind of laying there and I'm awake, but I didn't want to get up. And I just heard all this noise and I'm like, what the heck is going on? What are the neighbors doing? And then I realized, oh, that's that sound that I hear when the whole building's moving. And so I sit up, and everything's just kind of, it's just going back and forth. My clothes are all just swinging back and forth. The door's swinging. The dogs and everything are barking. And I just kind of sit in my bed. I sit up, and I'm like, okay, I will just sit here for now. I'm away from windows and anything that can fall. If it gets any stronger, I'll get a pillow and run under my table or whatever. And it just kept going, and it was a few minutes actually, and it finally stopped. And so I just was kind of like, well, that's interesting. I kind of wondered if we'd get the typhoon and an earthquake together, and it kind of happened. But then when I was at the gym today, I was watching the news, and they said it was up northeast, I guess, from Tokyo, and I think it was a level 6, and a lot of houses toppled. The streets have kind of broken up. What do you call it? Sewer systems? Sewage stuff? Suido in Japanese. Have been kind of messed up in a few places, and the electricity, obviously. They know of one person that died and about 500 that were injured, so it was a pretty big thing, and that's why it was so long here. So it's been a pretty interesting weekend. And I don't really know what else to say besides that, so let me think. Oh, let me put the big drum.
Hiya! 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 Hi! Hi! Hiya! 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 Hi! Hi!
Taiko die!
Sticky.
Who's next?
I'm very business partner.
Oh man, that was so much fun. It was too bad I couldn't get any pictures of me playing it. I really got into it. Actually, the sensei. First, we're doing stuff, and I was like, okay, when we're finished, do we just hold the sticks up, or what do we do? Like, yeah, what do we do? And she told us, and so I did it, and then I started just going on about like, yeah, we gotta look cool, and it's like you go up, and sweat's just flying everywhere, and you just like cool, and all sorts of stuff. She turns to the lady that was in charge of our group, and she's like, is he American? I'm like, oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. But she made me the leader of the group because I don't know if it was because I was most knowledgeable of what was going on, or if it was just because I was the most enthusiastic because I was really getting into it. But so that was really fun. The sensei for the drumming was really good, and she was pretty awesome. I'd love to have her again. But I don't have anything else to say, so I'll just put up a few pictures from the Taiko and say sayonara for now.